What is up, YouTube? My name is Jake Chamseddine. I am a concert tour music photographer, whatever you want to call it. I'm based out of Portland, Oregon. I'm 24 years old, and I've toured with artists such as Panic! At the Disco, Lorde, Galantis, Super Duper Kyle. Artists that you may know or heard about. I've got to be the creepy guy in the background, following them around with the camera and documenting their whole experience of what they're doing and what they're seeing. And yeah, it's an incredible job, and I love it. And because of that, a lot of people tend to ask me, how do you get into that career? How do you become a concert photographer? And so I decided to make a video about it and share my personal experience about it. I want to make it very clear that this is not the only way to become a concert photographer. There are hundreds of thousands of different ways. I've heard so many different experiences on how people have gone down this career path. But this is my personal experience, and hopefully that it can help shed light on something you can do, or some way you can squeeze into the world that is concert photography. So that being said, made this video. I did have it on my old channel. I felt like I needed to tone it up a little differently because I truly am still learning every single day, and I felt that the video that I used to have on my channel, I sounded like I knew everything I was talking about, and I had no clue. So this is my story. I hope you guys are interested by it, and I hope that it helps you a little bit, or somehow helps you. Alright, cool. Thanks, guys. So bear with me as I tell the story of how I got to where I am today and where I started probably 15 years ago. I've had a camera in my hand since I was like 8 years old. Me and my friends loved to skateboard and snowboard. I think that's really what got me into like photography and videography. I literally would always film me and my friends just skateboarding and snowboarding. I would steal my mom's camera. I would record over our Christmas videos. I would record over our Easter videos. And I would just record us skateboarding and snowboarding.
So funny, it was Jake.
I think my love for videography started very, very young, and that helped transpire everything. So flash forward a couple years, a lot of years. High school, I really started getting into graphic design. I really wanted to become a graphic designer. I love digital arts, and I love being able to create something on the computers. I was still doing videos a little bit, like making fun little snowboard hype videos. I hadn't really touched photography and was really getting into graphic design. Flash forward a little further, I decided to go to school at Linde Community College and attend their graphic design program for 1 year. Decided to switch my major from graphic design to new media communications. The reason I switched was because like graphic design was so specific, and I really wanted to do more generic media, seeing how I love video at a really young age, and I started to find this passion for graphic design. My freshman year of college, I lived with my friend Tom Gilkey. Basically, Tom and me were really similar. We both snowboarded, we both loved making videos. We just became really close friends and wanted to start something that we could like maybe profit off of in the future. Long story short, we started a production company called Left Brain Media Productions. Left Brain Media meaning like the left part of your brain, which we thought at the time was the creative part, when really it's your right part of your brain. I don't know. Created the name Left Brain Media Productions. Left Brain Media, essentially, we were just going around and still doing what we were doing, but we were doing it under a name. So we were making these little hype videos for random events and random things around Corvallis, Oregon, and like back here in Portland. And we were making t-shirts and selling them and actually making a little bit of money, which was cool. It was my first time being like, holy crap, you can start a business and post things on Facebook and things come of it. So a little bit later, there was a concert. The first concert ever happened in Corvallis, Oregon, while I was attending school there, which was Mac Miller. I had no media pass. I barely got a ticket the day of, and I snuck my Canon 60D into the show. I fought my way to the front row, and I took pictures the whole first like probably 6 or 7 songs before I finally got kicked out by security. These are the first photos and videos I ever took at a concert. Like, they're so bad. They're so bad. But it's so cool to look back at that. See how far you came, kind of. Flash forward a little longer. My friend in Corvallis started promoting shows and wanting to bring more artists to Corvallis. He knew that I did graphic design, and he asked me, hey, can you make flyers for our show? I was like, hell yeah, we'll do them under Left Brain Media. We'll say that we're sponsoring these events, and we'll come and shoot and make a hype video for it. He was like, sweet, works, whatever. So me and Tom would go to these shows, and we would shoot video, and we would make these awesome little like short hype videos, and we'd post them to Facebook. People would share them. It was cool. It was kind of like a thing was happening. A thing was starting to happen, which was cool. So we kept doing that. We were doing some random stuff. I think we did Tyga, we did Too Short, YG, and Riff Raff. Those were like the 4 concerts I remember doing under the name Left Brain Media Productions. So while we're doing that, I started like using Instagram and social media at the same time. One day I was scrolling through Instagram, and I saw one of my friends, Alex Bailey, PDX. Go check him out. And he posted a photo of like a crazy epic landscape, and I was like, that's so cool. I didn't even think of like using Instagram to promote work in that direct of a way. I was posting like photos of me drinking, and every now and then there would be like concert photos, and then it'd be back to me like sitting on my ass doing nothing. So it was just like, I'm gonna like change my social media platform try to shoot as much as possible. So I hit up Alex and I was like, yo, let's go shoot. We shot one day, and then ever since we've just been like super close friends. Alex has become one of my best friends. It was us two shooting every day for like weeks on end. It was just us two going out and like taking all these random photos. We were into like masks and all this like steel wool and all this just really random photos. But we love doing it, and we were growing like a little bit of an audience on social media, and so we continue to do that. So at this time I was starting to use Instagram more, and I was going to school doing Left Brain Media Productions. I remember hitting up Tom Gilkey, the guy I started Left Brain Media with. I was like, hey, we're getting like all this footage from these concerts because we're both doing video. Why don't I start shooting photos, you keep doing video, and then we'll like keep grinding it out, like, and we'll have a double whammy as opposed to just having a bunch of video. Great, let's do it. So from there on out, I started taking pictures at these concerts instead of doing video. Tom was making these hype videos, I was posting like these albums of pictures and things like that. Left Brain Media is happening, Instagram's happening, building up. So then I started learning more and more about photo. I took a photo class in college with my professor Lorenzo. Shout out Lorenzo. He taught me how to organize, how to use Lightroom, how to shoot RAW. I was literally shooting JPEG at all these shows, like just like an idiot. So from there, I just started like meeting more and more people through Instagram, like networking as much as possible through Instagram. Like I was meeting this whole culture of photographers on Instagram. And it was bizarre to me. Like I was like, there's this whole world of social media that I've never even tapped into, and it's starting to open up for me. And it was so cool, so exciting. Because of that, I was able to start getting jobs with these people. So with doing all this Instagram stuff and building all this Instagram, blah blah blah, I was starting to like fade away from the Left Brain Media thing and wanting to do my own thing. So me and Tom kind of split ways, and Left Brain Media kind of died. Still a thing. Like you can go find it on Facebook right now. I'll actually link it below. You can go look. There's so many awful photos and videos. But go check it out because it's cool to see where you came from. So Left Brain Media sort of started to die. Started doing more of my own thing, promoting myself. The same promoter that kicked me out of that Mac Miller show ended up hiring me to shoot all the shows in Portland. So I was shooting all the hip hop shows when they came through. I was networking through social media and meeting people that knew people in the industry. So that's how I ended up meeting like G-Eazy and shooting all his shows. We just started like networking and shooting all the time, and it was just this crazy spiral effect of meeting new people, and it's still happening to this day. But back then it was like huge to me because I was like, what is going on? Jump forward a little bit of all this networking, and I ended up meeting Spud. This is Spud. Spud is the sound guy for Panic at the Disco, and Spud's Instagram handle is Spud the Sound Guy, literally because he's the sound guy for bands. Spud became one of my close friends. Anyway, flash forward to literally my last week at Oregon State University. I get a call from Spud. He's in Russia with Panic at the Disco. He texts me and he's like, hey, Panic's looking for someone, they might reach out to you. And I remember reading it, like, it was like 3 a.m. my time, and over there it was like normal time. Fell back asleep. Woke up at like 7 a.m. to an email from Panic at the Disco's manager, and they're like, hey Jake, we'd love to jump on a call with you. We're looking for someone for our summer tour. So the next day, I get on a call with Panic. They hire me. Ugh, they hired me. Oh, it's still so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. They hired me, they gave me a shot. I toured with them with Weezer on my first tour ever. I didn't know how to open the bus bay. I didn't know how to get on the bus. They taught me everything. Spud helped me with everything. They were amazing to me. And I became Panic at the Disco's like tour photographer and videographer. And it was like the biggest blessing I could have like ever asked for. And yeah, that's it. It happened super fast. I didn't walk in my college graduation. I left and went straight to Houston. I ended up just starting touring with them. And like ever since then, I've just been doing the same thing, like networking, meeting as many people as possible. So yeah. That's kind of like how it happened. It's a long time coming. I mean, I've literally had a camera in my hand since I was 8 years old. It's taken me probably 4 years of really grinding to get to where I am today. If I could give any advice about like if you want to become a concert photographer or tour photographer, would be one, find a promoter in your area that is looking for a photographer. Be like, hey, I would shoot every show for you. I'd give you all the photos. I'll do it for free to start out. Like, I just want to learn. 2, just like network as much as possible. Social media is huge now. Build a portfolio. Shoot as much photos as you can. And 3, I think this is the biggest piece of advice I can give you, is just be like a decent human being. Just be a decent human. I think being a decent human being is like the best way to get anywhere in life. Like, just be nice, be humble, appreciate people, be loving. Really, in reality, when I take a step back and look at like the way the biggest things have happened for me, it's from the relationships I've made and the way that I've interacted with people and been able to like communicate with people. I just be a good human being and good things will come. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know which way that button's going to be because I'm new to this YouTube thing, but thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. Bye.